Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-dun-da-na-na-na-na. 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 Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. I couldn't do that without coming back to you one more time before the year. You know, you know me. Couldn't do you all like that. I have to be honest though, man. Life is living hard, ain't it? This is that by the way podcast. I am your host with the least amount of emotions because that's all I need. I got so much sauce, it's just fucking ridiculous. But nah, yeah. Hey community, hey family, hey vibe tribe, my air hustlers. I hope you all are doing well out there, even though I know some of you all may have not been doing well, and that's okay. I want you to know it's actually okay not to be okay sometimes. That's what I gotta tell my sisters sometimes. But welcome back. Definitely welcome back. I appreciate every single one of you all. You know, when podcasting, I treat it very. I love it. I really do enjoy it. Um, I think sometimes, being so in tune, I can't bullshit myself or you all. And the reality is that the world is getting worse every day. Every day. And it's not that we come here to have heavy talks, heavy conversations. No. It's just that, these conversations to a degree create a healthy sense of starting a real reality, of some sort to a degree. I think, don't get me wrong, I love small shit, whatever, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, just acknowledging what is isn't bad. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm pretty sure that, like, for example, if you were upset and there were two other people and one person wanted to acknowledge how you felt and the other person didn't, it would get to you, So, kind of flowing off what I was saying, but yeah. Any new listeners, welcome, welcome, welcome. First time listeners, how you doing? Um, Again, take a seat, enjoy yourself. It's family all around, the vibes all around, you know. And here is a very select and eclectic group of people. All divine in their own right, or in their own left, I should say. Oh, man. So, today, this is our 37th episode. Our 37th episode. 37. First of all, I hope you all really, really enjoyed Tertiary Oculus. First of all, with Tertiary Oculus, to be honest, I had just recently learned the word tertiary. And I thought it was an amazing, beautiful word. So, but I also thought about vision, having vision. And if, you got the mind to put the two together, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking to stupid people. I'm not here to offend anyone. If anybody is offended, then you might be stupid. I'm not calling you stupid, and I'm not saying you are stupid. I'm just saying. All love, nobody's stupid. I don't want nobody feeling offended. That's not what we're here for. Everybody learns, understands at their own rate. Some faster than others, but hey. Now, today, what are we going to talk about today? Well, moringa tea. Let me put this out for a quick second. Just a quick second. Okay, so I've been in a place, kind of almost see, and it's weird. Like, I'm not uninspired. I'm not tired. I'm not out of energy. I actually feel rejuvenated. I feel good, right? And I have a lot of things that I see, that I think about, that I feel about, I should say. I don't think about a lot. I feel about a lot. I feel a lot. Not just my emotions. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying just around me and the things that grow, that die, that exist. All of it. So it's been kind of difficult knowing what to say. I think I always say in order to move in a direction, right, you have to plant your foot somewhere to push off of, which obviously is the opposite direction you're not going in. Out of all of these things, there's still a gem in it. Even gems I have to learn and find. But I do understand the importance of taking the time of healing. Healing has so many different factions of it, from even cleansing of one's self aura mindset. But the importance of healing is very important. Look, I want to say this. I'm 31, even though I'm not really 31. It's a whole deep conversation, but if you understand what I mean, you understand what I mean. But anyway, for all intents and purposes, I'm 31. Legally, I'm really 31. I'm not saying I'm not 31. That's my age. My age is 31. But if we want to talk about I have a whole conversation on aging. Maybe we'll get to it later if I can remember. But anyway, what I'm saying right now is that I'm going to talk about the importance of healing to those younger than me and those older than me and those my age or in my area, right? So, listen. Healing basically can happen or start at any age, any time, right? But you have to be conscious of the fact that you're even hurt, right? Which usually comes with a certain sense of maturity and self-awareness that, I believe, to be honest with you, at my age is where it's unraveled, where you get a clear perception of self and you have the opportunity to work on self because it's a window. But I'll say it like this. So, let's say if a person is born, right? Obviously, a person is born. Let's say around 2, 3. I don't know. Let's just say something at one point at this time, 6, 8. This person is, something traumatic happens to this person. You can fill in the blank. I'm not trying to go there. Use your imagination, whatever. I'm not saying go super far with it. You do whatever you want. It's your mind. So something happens to this person, 6 or 8. They grow up to a degree. Now they're 10, 12, feeling away, upset, angry, whatever, from this moment. 15, 16, affects the way they act and how they interact with people. 18, 20, the things that they solidify in their minds to a degree are stemmed off of, the perception of a lot of the things that have the path they've been on. 24, they're kind of like almost plain in the way that they became. 28, they may start to doubt, question some things, looking at self. 30, they're almost at a point where they're just being very honest with themselves and people around them to even be a little bit more. 30, 40, they understand there's different paths of what they really truly can do once they have clearer vision. And from there, you either perpetuate certain things within you, or you you kill off or die off, or I guess I don't want to say apoptosis, but you cut the vine of the things of a supply, of a connection of nutrients and resources in life to the things that don't feed you and you don't want anymore. So therefore they fall and die off, and you keep that energy for something else that you actually want to go in. Just like, the root of a tree or a plant. So, yeah. But basically, when I'm saying the importance of healing is because you don't want to be in your 50s and 60s needing dialysis, taking pills. To be honest, you don't want to take pills at all. If I was to be very honest with you, you really don't want to take anything you don't really truly know what it is. That's just common sense. But you can do whatever you want to do because it's your life. I'll do what I want to do with mine. So, what I mean by that is, not understanding the importance of time to a degree can be detrimental, even though there's always that saying, better late than never. But sometimes you can hurt yourself. Your own decisions can hurt you at times. And I've been seeing that, I've seen it through others. I've seen others' pride hurt them later on at a later time. Let me tell y'all something. This is an excerpt from what I was just talking about, healing and timing. I'll get right back to that. But what I want to say is this. Treat people with respect. Treat people with kindness. Treat people with reasonable emotion. Don't lay on people emotionally, because if you do, then you have the easier ability to be disrespectful to them. Learn how to stand up intangibly on your own once you're around others. Stop leaning, hovering, putting your shoulder on somebody on an energetic level, laying on their back. It's like it affects the way you alter. It alters the way, unless I'm not saying shit. It affects the way you interact with them. So like, get your energetic self, who you are, your mindset together, and hold yourself up. But the reason I say that is because if you don't, you can act ways now to people that will later on, even if you change, later on will be fighting against you in the future when you're no longer that person anymore. If you're no longer that person anymore. So like, a lot of people don't understand. I don't know if this is quantum mechanics or what, but a lot of what you do and what you say can affect the things in the future, even when you don't even want those things to be what you're about or what you're for anymore. So like, but this is it's subjective to individuals. It's nothing whatever, but I'm just saying, like, be very careful about what you do right now, because it's important. Imagine this. This is basically what life is. You're walking around dropping seeds everywhere. And the seeds that you drop have mindset programmed energy in it of you, whether it's intentional or not. And they're going to grow and sprout and be whatever they be. Now, imagine if you knew this and you was like, oh shit, when I turn around, I look behind me, I want things that I want it to grow to be there. So therefore, you consciously change your seed, then you drop that shit and let it grow. That is like, how life kind of goes, because you're always going to change and you're always going to grow. The thing is, how, where, and what direction are you going to grow in or change in? So, and the reason I say there's a difference between growth and change is because, let's say, excuse me if I was getting too loud. Let's say there's 5 roles, and each role has a different level of power that it can go to. But you can always change from each one. I feel like change, you can always, let's say each power role starts off at 1, and then the next one has a 2, the next one has a 3, then a 4, then a 5. The reason I say a difference between change and growth is because I feel like change, you can go from which role to whatever role you want. But I feel like in growth, you're in a role and then you go upward. in that. Both are still changes, but changes, both are still alterations. That's what I say. See, I feel like when you change, you're always basically starting at the beginning to a degree. But if you grow, you're not starting at a beginning. You're starting at something and growing into something else, even though both are alterations of self, if you understand what I'm saying. Back to the importance of healing. And then later I'll explain the aging of what I meant again. So I could clarify that up. So people can know actually a deep power within you that is crazy. And once you realize it, it'll change you. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, look, people can do whatever they want. I'm not here for that. I'm here for me. And this is what I put out. And this is what I have. And what I've seen and what I've come to learn is that I want the best for people. And the thing is I'm transmuting. I'm a living transmutation of happy wrongness into a dissolving fear to be a strong, healthy, new happiness, a healthy happiness. Because a lot of people did things with good intentions and created a lot of hurt from the things that they thought that they were supposed to teach their children to the things that they thought was a healthy or good meal for their body. A lot of things turn out to not be good for them. But there was always a good intent behind the meal that they thought was delicious or was delicious. It just wasn't good for them. So it's like even mindset and lifestyle. I think, it's one thing, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but it's one thing to exercise, right? Exercising is cool. But there's another thing to live a lifestyle where you don't have to exercise. And see, the thing is, we need the lifestyle, not the exercise. Like, you don't see animals in the wild exercising. No, you see them living. And see, the thing is, our living is undoing our exercising, which we don't seem to understand. But we won't stop the way we're living. And the way we're living is we don't make our own food. It takes energy and it strengthens your body to get and prepare your own meals. Your hands, your phalanges are strengthened when you know how to pick and chop or handle, produce and, plants and things that you're doing. Your fingers and your toes, your hands are strengthened from squatting or picking up things. But we don't really necessarily do that. We walk as we push a buggy, and we grab something and we put it in our cart, and we move in a very, non-athletic way. So it's very easy to get very stiff in the lifestyle that we live. Now, it's not to bash our progression, I guess. But it's just to, I guess, if we have to look at it from all sides, not complain about it. I hope by all means you're not taking this as a complaint. Like, nothing is perfect, and I don't know anew for everything. All I can do is think about things and brainstorm with others so we can think about new stuff. But ultimately, all I can do is at least open myself up to acknowledging what is, and then at least giving my something to it. But yeah. So back to healing with the ages, and I'm sorry, and I'll leave this one on. Basically, I just don't want you wasting your time, and I also don't want you fighting your decisions at a later time in your life, whether it be, whether it be your health, whether it be you losing a foot or an arm, whether it be you losing your life because of you just are reckless in so many different ways. Whether it be you become numb over time to not just love, because I feel like love is it could be a very, one of those just fugazi words that people just put out. People just say love, 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 all this love, and not everybody understands or feels that magnitude. But some people have just grown numb to emotion, to empathy, to connection, to pain for others, and that too has a progression of growth in it that can later on, at a later time in their life, when they want something more or they want to desire something more, they're stuck in a habitual way of thinking. So basically, they become a walking hypocrisy, which a lot of people are on a subconscious level and don't even know it. You fight the things that you actually want because you're damn near brainwashed to do so. But you don't know it because it's brainwashed. That's the whole thing about what brainwash is. It's about you living out something without realizing that you're living it out, basically. But you are the carrier, the provider, and the energetic push of whatever that thing is. It's just, it takes an extreme sense of sensitivity and awareness of self to realize what you're doing and how you're responding and how you're feeling towards things, to come out of loops and come out of unconscious mindsets. So now, aging. The reason I said about aging is because aging is very subjective. Yes, we have calendar years to a degree, but ultimately our bodies don't do the same and don't have the same quality as others. Plus, our bodies have the opportunity to increase itself or decrease itself. So once you learn how to increase yourself and you learn what life truly is, you can add more to your battery. And once you basically understand that we're electricity pulling through magnetism water as well as proteins on a mineral bone stone frame, we're elements being pulled together. So since you understand we're elements being pulled together, if you understand what certain things of dehydration is when you lose, dehydration technically is when you lose the magnetism between, so the electricity is you, your spirit, that's you and your body. You are basically the electrical response of connections of all the feelings. You aren't your feelings, you are just your feelings expressing themselves. So that's what you are. You're like the secondary version of your emission, even though you don't realize or know it. So basically, you aren't really truly the first version of yourself, but that's a whole nother story. But what I'm saying is just that that magnetism is what alters the quality of what an age is. And that magnetism holds on to hydrogen, which is the water molecules. That's what aging, sagging, wrinkled lines, because there's water starts to leave the body. And then the magnetism weakens on the body. So therefore the electricity in your body isn't holding your cells up like it was before. It's weakened, so now they falling downward. And yeah. Smoke break. Oh, you know what? Dun, 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 dun. I like to be lame and dramatic, but I would like to do a strand segment. And I am smoking on. Oh, yeah, this is my smoking on segment. My bad, I'm taking a strand. Let me tell y'all what I'm smoking on. Smoking on Mendo Breath. Mendo Breath. Yeah. So, if I sound or feel Mendo Breathish, that's why. Because I'm smoking that Mendo Breath. I'm just tripping. Now, that magnetism inside the body, there is a way to increase it, and there's also a way to lose it. So, that magnetism inside the body is strengthened in various ways. It could be strengthened and it could be taken away. I'm going to talk about the things that strengthen that magnetism. I'm going to talk about the things that take away that magnetism. And ironically, the same things that strengthen and the same things that take away are parallel. And ironically, the exact same things, but just the same different thing on a different dimension or a different quality level. So it's basically the same shit. So whatever I tell you, there's basically an opposite to it. So the things that strengthen the magnetism in your body that holds or pulls the hydrogen, or basically the water inside your body more, which ultimately makes you younger looking, makes your body younger working, and makes your body more, well, you can reproduce longer, but you can also do a lot of more things longer. You have more electricity in your body. Your hair grows, you heal. It just is what it is. Now, one thing is diet. You have to eat foods that are alkaline, which allows your body, which is basically like an electrical receptor or puller, right? You also need electrolytes. You have to drink the right and correct amount, the right water. Some water is there that doesn't have electricity in it. Water is supposed to have electricity in it. Best water is spring water. So when you're eating, you should eating vegetables, fruits, coconut water, whatever you can, coconuts, if that's the case. But ultimately, you want to work on your body having electricity in it. And electricity is in all botany because solar energy is transformed into electrical energy inside of every plant, grass, weed, and weeds. It don't matter, whatever, flower, it don't matter. It's electricity in it all. Some of it you can't eat. I'm not saying everything's edible. So take that with caution. That's my disclaimer. Chandra, was that a good legal disclaimer? All right. That's my disclaimer. I'm not telling y'all to go out there and just eat anything. If you do that, then you're stupid. And I will legally go to court. Actually, I'm not going to show up at court. If you whatever, I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to show up. I'm gonna come back and do another episode and probably discuss it, but I'm not going to show up. But don't do that. Don't do that. I love you. I really do. Again, I'm not calling nobody stupid. I'm just saying. This world, like lately, I've been realizing so many things, and it's like, wow. So, back to what I was saying. Secondly, exercise. Now, I was talking about exercise earlier, about how exercise is basically undone by the lifestyle that people live. That's why people have to exercise, and that's why animals have a lifestyle, and you don't see animals exercising. So, people won't undo the lifestyle. But ironically, people have to undo the lifestyle and undo the exercising. But that's for people that are kind of fit. But yeah, being physically fit, being physically active, I'll say. Walking, knowing how to run, move your body, being able to lift your body weight, pull your body weight, lift your, roll your body weight, the whole nine, mastering your gravity pull, and then being able to extend from there and strengthen from there. That alone too, strengthens your magnetism in your body. Another thing, stretching. So we have energy inside of our brain, electricity. It's the conductor, it's the computer. Our brain is a computer. Our brain is a computer. Our brain is a computer. And I'll show you what I mean. Our brain is who we truly are, but our brain is on a subconscious level. So our brain is inside of a skull, and our brain can't see anything. Our brain can't hear anything. The only thing the brain can do is feel. And that's when you get a concussion, something shakes your brain, shakes your body, vibrations, like everything in your body can feel. There's all types of receptors and neurons. But ultimately, your brain is who you are. Technically, what I was telling you earlier is that you're not who you think you are. You're actually a secondary version of yourself is this. I'll explain exactly what I mean right now. So look, let's say you're walking down the street with your dog over a hill. And let's say you got a Frisbee and you all are playing so much and you're sweating. And let's say you're walking to your car and you get in your car and it's hot. You lower your windows, you're driving down the street. And then you get to a stop sign and your stomach rumbles and you're hungry and you want to get something to eat. Now, let me tell you what just happened. Your brain is inside your skull. Your brain uses your eyes to see because your eyes are connected to your brain. Your brain uses your hand to drive the car, and from the eyes that it's looking out around it, because technically your brain is in darkness. And it controls the car and lets you know that you're hungry. And all of this while you think that you did it. You think that you discovered that you were hungry when you were told that you were hungry. You were revealed that you were hungry. You could have been hungrier earlier, but the brain has a lot of ways of certain chemicals to evade certain things. But you could be hungrier earlier. It doesn't matter. You don't control when or the timing. But nobody really thinks about that. Now, certain things you don't control, like the end of the day, one second. Let's say the end of the day, from a long day, you've been talking, you've been playing, you've been working, you've been creating, you've been painting, making music, and meetings, all types of stuff throughout the day. Let's just say you got this miraculous 82-hour day. We'll just make an example, right? You did all this stuff in the day, and it's the end of the day, right? Imagine an 82-hour day. That'd be crazy. But anyway, so now it's the end of the day, and your brain, you're tired. You're tired. Now, the reason you're tired is because your brain has shot out so much electricity from itself to your body to operate it, to think, to feel, to compute. Because it's a computer. It computes emotion. It computes life. It computes itself. Not everybody can compute themselves. That's a higher level of thinking. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have went that deep. But anyway, it can compute a lot of things because it's the computer. So, because it is a computer, it has to recharge, right? And that was the whole thing of when we were talking about, diet. But also with diet, there comes a science with it. Like, for example, technically, when you eat food, it should not stay in your body longer than 4 hours. If it does, then you shouldn't be eating that. And I'm just being honest with you. Now, some things may vary, but for what it is, that's really what it is supposed to be. Now, when we were talking maybe a couple episodes ago about the timing of animals hunting and the sundown and digesting a meal, the reason for that is when I was saying now that your body, you've done all these things and your brain is tired, after you've eaten a meal, you digested it, now you're going to sleep. You have this wound of energy inside your stomach, but it's not in your brain. Your brain is still tired. Your body is still tired, but it's in your stomach. The power and the energy of a new meal, new proteins, new electrons, electrolytes, new nutrients, new photonutrients, just all type of stuff, minerals. So while you sleep, your brain goes into a hyper receptive pull from the energy of your stomach, and the energy in your stomach is prepared for this because it already digested the meal. Everything else is already in the blood, so now it's shooting it up, and your brain is being fed and bathed in just nutrients. And your brain is so basically it's a computer to everything, not only just the life you live, but also your body. So it can go through your body and it can say, okay, our left pinky was bruised a little bit. Let's send a couple proteins there and heal that up with some enriched blood. We've been working on our back. The muscle's been growing. We got new cells that need to be filled with proteins because he's outworked and outpushed himself. So we have to send something there. We send something there. The brain is being able to, rehydrate itself, everything. And by the time you wake up, you're great. The only thing you probably might need is some water. So there are things and ways to strengthen the magnetism in your body in so many ways. Then there's what else? There's semen retention. I discussed that before. Do I have to go into it deeply now? No, I could. But there's also a retention for women as well. I think I don't know the thing about the women all the way. I've been learning to a degree, but I have to learn more. So I don't want to sit up here and lie. I'll never do that. But I definitely have to learn more. But I do understand and I do know there's a way to cultivate that energy. As far as just, my thing about what I don't know, so what I can't talk on, but I could talk about what I don't know about something. So it's not like I'm just like lying or some shit. But what I don't know is about when it comes to sexual transmutation or sexual retention of energy with women, is I don't know what counts as a loss of energy technically. Like I know the period is a loss of energy, obviously, but so I can only imagine squirting would be a loss of energy. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Now I do understand this is a monologue, so there's really nobody here to correct me on my path if I'm making an ass of myself. But this is my precursor of saying if I'm wrong or I'm incorrect, I will allow my future self to correct me. So thank you, future self. So all right, so that makes sense. Because it's expelling, it's something exits the body, so therefore it's not the same as when you had it, which is common sense, right? It's like a cup and you pour something out. It's not the same amount, so it's just like it's altered. So yeah. Now, if a woman orgasms and obviously gets wet without squirting, I wonder is there a way of energetic where that goes through her body and doesn't lose energy? But I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know from a man's perspective, you can cultivate that energy. And there's exercises to strengthen your pelvic floor while retaining your semen, while also doing two things. And because you have to DNA do it. And I must admit, I've been lacking on my DNA doing it. And the only reason why is because I haven't been doing the cerebral reading like I know I should. I got a book upstairs and I'm going to hit it. But what I'm saying is that, like, in order to transmute it takes a series of damn near a trifecta of three things to a degree. Um, you have to mentally put your mindset somewhere else to create a new branch, like I was talking about earlier. Once you create that new branch, then you can start feeding and putting nutrients to that branch so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger. Um, and that's mentally putting yourself to an art, to a craft, to a job, to a task, to something outside of what you were doing before that was, draining you sexually, basically. And then the second one is physically. You have to, be active, physically active. Swim, do what you like to do. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym or do whatever. I would say the bare minimum is sit-ups, push-ups, planks, and maybe some squats. Maybe not even squats, because some people don't like squats, and squats can be, it's all exercise, but squats can kind of be more exercisey. But I would say, if you have something that you actually enjoy doing and liking, by all means, do it. Another thing, really, hold on. Everybody, hold on, wait the fuck up. There's something I've been seeing out there in the world, and I have to correct this shit because everybody is hurting, and I have to stop this shit and correct it now. I have to. Listen. This is a, by the way, urgent announcement. By the way, urgent announcement. Here he goes. I don't know how to emphasize this any better, but it is really bad to walk, jog, and run on cement. For the human body and for your dog. The shock waves hurt your knees, hurt your spine, hurt your brain. Don't do it. It kills you, basically. Walk on the grass. Even though they told you growing up, don't walk on grass. Walk on the fucking grass. Trust me, I guarantee you. If you have a dog, matter of fact, I'll show you this. If you have a dog and you walk your dog in the grass, I guarantee you your dog will live longer. And I guarantee you your dog will be more mobile longer. Off back. No other bullshit, no lie. Because a dog walk... Matter of fact, I'll give you... there should be a study on people that live downtown where there's only an all cement and they walk the dog and, the dog has a cement life, basically. And then more earthy, I guess, country-like type dogs, and I guarantee you'll see a magnanimous difference in vitality, health, size. And ironically, it's so weird that I just saw a big ass puppy that was bought from a country on this movie yesterday. But what I'm saying is just that there's something about solar energy. Well, outside of the solar energy, there's magnetism in the earth, which in turns, again, is another thing that strengthens the magnetism inside your body. But a lot of people don't walk outside on the grass barefoot because our society tells you probably look stupid, retarded, dumb, or a tree hugger. So you know how people are just, I guess, what's the word? I guess, I don't know. Fuck it. But anyway, so there's a lot of ways to strengthen the magnetism within, But you have to walk on grass, ladies and gentlemen. Do your research if you don't believe me. And it's not even if you don't believe me. Even if you do believe me, I want you to look it up because it's dope actually understanding this stuff. But there are shockwaves sent up your spine from your feet, which ultimately hurt your feet, your toes. It's the whole body. It's just horrible. Your joints, your ankles. And that's why I say right now, healing. Even your youth. If you walk in the grass, you don't have to worry about nothing later on in life. I guarantee you. See, like, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you all something. This is real talk. So older people understand that there's something they lost, and it's called youth, right? Young people, you don't understand what youth is because it's all you ever been, right? Me, I'm in the middle because I'm like, have you ever saw like a speedster, like Flash or something? And you see where he's like in his speed, but he's falling out of his speed, but he's in his speed, but he's falling out of his speed, but he still has his speed. All right, now look, what I'm realizing now is the things that are painful to do, but I'm also looking at how detrimental they've been for so long. And I'm also looking at the norm of what is. So now I realize if there's a way that I can help those around me in my circumference of age to not make, those painful mistakes of basically hurting yourself without realizing that you're hurting yourself. And then I can also help heal older people by, y'all should walk in the grass. I know y'all been taught, y'all probably been shot at for walking in people's grass in long, long time ago. But I'm going to just tell you this. Walk in the grass. Walk in the grass. Matter of fact, that might be the title. Walk in the grass, like on some real stuff, because it's like, it's softer. It's easier. It's more comfortable in your joints. It's like walking on carpet to a degree. Yes. Even when you have on shoes. So it's like, it's much more comfortable. I mean, granted, you have to be aware of where you step always. But, it just is what it is. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I really do enjoy every bit. But like I said, I just want to heal and leave things better than when I found them. I don't want to leave by any means. I'm just saying I want to make things better than when I found them. Let's put it like that, Well, it makes sense if you say I want to leave things better than when I found them. Even though I'm not trying to, you get what I'm saying. I was about to say depart, but then that sounded bad too. Oh shit, hell no. All right, I want to make things better than when I first found them, met them, and that's that. But yeah. Hey, again, y'all, share this conversation, y'all. How you gonna keep this? How y'all not sharing? I don't know. I mean, some of y'all are. I'm not saying nobody's not. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not, and I'm not upset. I'm just saying, how could you not, like, real talk? Like, this is some shit we got going on. Like, who can have a conversation? It'd be cool, chill, and it ain't like, like, I just love talking to y'all, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's a lot of stuff out there. I know a lot of people going through a lot of stuff. And I know it's hard to maintain mindsets, maintain emotions. You have so many distractions, so many things that sway you and affect you. And I get it. Plus, you got to get sleep and you got to eat right and a good meal. I get it. I swear I do. It's the balance of it all. Truly is. I do want to say, if you all would like to support Mr. Bush, I greatly appreciate it. You can do so via PayPal. That is at Wickush. That is WICKUSH. Again, that's via PayPal. What up, PayPal? Let's get it. I ain't off y'all yet. We got to get some business done. But yeah, definitely you can support, donate. It comes directly to me, Mr. Bush, here for this pod, here just to make it happen and get it in. Cause like, man, I'm trying to tell you, like, hey. But yeah, again, that's PayPal via PayPal, and that is at Wickush, WICKUSH, and I appreciate you, really do. Look, I'm not gonna keep you all too long. By all means, like, subscribe, share this pod with about 11 people on your phone. Yes, I said 11. Uh, if everybody do 11, then I feel like we should all take over the world by 6 o'clock tonight, maybe. Not just playing, but nah, real talk. By all means, I appreciate you. I really do. And I hope that you all appreciate me. But fuck it, I know you all do. Because if you coming back to listen to me and you don't like me, I don't know why you doing that. Like, that's kind of crazy. That would be kind of crazy. But I don't think that at all. I really don't. But I know y'all probably want to hear some shit before I leave, right? I know I got tea left. I got the smallest amount. Let's see what I got for y'all. Kush flow into the things I know. I was gonna sing, but I didn't know if I wanted to sing or rap or do this. I say walk on grass. Don't talk so fast. You ever been darker than the night you walked in and caught a cab? You ever looked a lady in the eye and she looked you back? And she was confused because you ain't really saw no ass. Despite her beauty. If there's a time for everything, then I might as well duty. Me first. I'm computing my computer. Hey, you know what's so crazy? I could have killed that and kept going on some shit, but I was just thinking so deeply that it just took me to like a place like I was about to not even rap no more. It was like gonna be some other shit, which I don't mind, but I was like, whoa. Oh shit. But look. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You all, I love you. I love you. And what that means is that I magnate to you. Love is more than just a word. It's a pull. It's a pull on a magnetic level. And it also has the ability to strengthen your magnetism. This that by the way. I love you. I strengthen you. Peace.